Okay, so we want to solve this system. 4x plus 3y equals -5, and negative x plus 3y equals -10. Now, there's a couple of ways to approach this, and I think I'll do two. But to start, let's do a surefire way. What we're going to do is we're going to pick a variable. In this case, let's just say x. We're going to pick a variable and solve for it, and then plug that in, whatever we get, into the other equation. So let's say the first step is to solve for one of the variables. That's step one. So what that looks like is minus x plus 3y equals -10. That means if we subtract 3y to the other side, we get minus x equals -10 minus 3y. And then we kind of want to get rid of the minus sign out in front of x, so we'll multiply or divide by -1 and get x equals 10 plus 3y. Okay, so now we have an expression for x. And like we said before, we're going to want to plug this into the other equation. So I would say step two would be plug into other equation. And what that looks like now is so we have 4 times x, but x is now 10 plus 3y, and then plus 3y equals -5, right? And now simplifying this down, we have 40 plus 12y, distributing this 4, and then plus 3y equals -5. Adding the like terms with the y, we get 40 plus 15y equals -5. And now we subtract this 40 to the other side and get 15y equals -45. And with some division, we will get that y equals -3. Now, step three, the last step is going to be okay, well, now we know where one of the variables is. So we just need to plug this into one of them. It doesn't really matter which one. We will take this value and let's do let's do the second equation. We will plug it in there specifically for y. Okay, so we have minus x plus 3 times our y value, which is -3, equals -10. Notice how by doing this, now we have an equation that only depends on x, and this is easy to solve. So we can do minus x minus 9 equals -10. So then we have negative x, adding 9 to both sides, we get equals -1. And getting rid of the minus sign, we have x equals 1. So we can stop here and say that x equals 1 and y equals -3 is the solution to our system of equations. Now, I do want to show a second method that might even be a little bit faster. This method will always work, but in this case, we kind of have a nice system here. So let's keep it at the edge of the screen there. So another way that we could do this is to subtract one equation from the other. So a whole other method. So the first step in this method is to subtract the equations. So in this case, we can take 4x plus 3y minus or equals -5. And then we're going to subtract the whole other equation. So minus x plus 3y equals -10. All right. And now just going down, we have so 4x minus -x is going to give us 5x. 3y minus 3y is 0, so plus 0 equals -5 minus -10. So we're going to add 10 is going to give us 5. So we have 5x equals 5, so x equals 1. And then we can pick either of the equations and plug in. So let's pick the first equation. So x equals 1. And then 4 times 1 plus 3y equals -5. So 3y equals, we subtract 4 over, -9. So y equals -3. And we get the same answer.